Hello, hello. Welcome to my pick a card reading. We are doing a reading today to help us all in this crunch of the season. Okay, it is the holiday season. It is that infinite gap between Thanksgiving and Christmas where we are all in a mad dash to collect all our coins, get our dollar bills right for the end of the year. And so I thought it would be appropriate to do a reading on how we can get some quick cash fast, okay? Like it's my money and I need it now. So go ahead and pick a pile. I'm going to come back and do each reading. The first pile has a rose quartz heart. The second pile has a yellow jade. And the third pile has a four-leaf clover made out of green aventurine. Okay. I will link the deck details below and just wait for your timestamp. So pile number one, I think y'all had the funniest straightforward response ever. First off, I love that the Eight of Wands came in first as our signifying card, meaning y'all got money coming in fast. So all of these sources that you choose to utilize, however they respond to you, you will be successful and the money is coming in fast for y'all. So that's really good because that's what we asked for. We ain't got time to wait until tax time, okay? We need this happening right about now. So the first thing that popped up was the Fool. And to me, it's signifying this is just the time for you to play innocent, play dumb. Okay? Act like you don't really know what could have happened to the rest of your money. You didn't order out that much, and so it might be, time to just act a little bit sillier than you are and just have this kind of innocency, childlike energy about yourself while going into this. A lot of times we feel really, really guilty. Maybe asking people or trying to validate the reason for why, we're asking someone for help with money, but it happens, right? And like everybody plays the fool sometime, everybody messes up a little bit, and it's okay. And play into that. Play into that, and that is going to give people sympathy because the next thing I'm getting for y'all know some rich folk, okay? Y'all know some people with money, and your skill set either has afforded you the opportunity to be in the space of these people who, are typically well-to-do or wealthy. And so offer your skills up, offer your, abilities and talents to these people in exchange for a monetary exchange. That's all they want. Nobody wants to be sold, but everybody wants to buy. It's the craziest thing. Nobody wants to just, willfully give up their money, but everybody does want to have that energetic exchange of, hey, I'm getting something for this money. This money that I can decide what I'm doing with. And so if you can propose yourself in a value position, these people will give you money very, very easily. So even something as simple as putting yourself on Fiverr or any of these kind of job boards where you do quick freelance work, Thumbtack, things like that, is going to get the action rolling in the mind, starting to create ideas surrounding this, and you're going to maybe even spawn a whole business out of this idea kind of brainstorming moment. But you also some of you, I hate to say, are not even needing to do all that. Some of you just know some rich ninjas and you need to just straight up ask them. Okay, they pants is sagging, and it ain't because of their genetics. Okay, it's because they caked up. Okay, and you just need to kind of tap into that opportunity that exists. Okay, go ahead and call Ray and them or whoever it is that, stay on the block and always got something for you, a little bit of change. Call them up. Call them up. It's the season, and it's the season to be giving. So sometimes, you know what I mean? You can just do a little drive-by. Okay? And then some of y'all, I really just thought this was funny. Some of y'all need to ask your mama. If this is a dire straight situation, I'm not suggesting y'all go ring your mamas out, but if you are in a situation where life is beating you down, you probably need to call mama. She might not even have the money, but she gonna direct you where you can get some quick, fast, in a hurry. She gonna tell you which uncle to call, which Knight of Pentacles she knows is available in the family to go ahead and offer your services or your skill set to, or your, kind face for the day. Ask mama. She gonna have some good ideas for you. And again, go innocently, go kind of blindly. I'm sorry, apologetically, if you will, and not even apologetically. I take that back. Go innocently though. Okay, go innocently, understanding that everybody plays the fool. Sometimes everybody makes mistakes. Everybody crashes and burns at a certain point, and that's where you rebuild. And so you're being told or led or guided to hit some folk up. You got folk you can hit up. That's what it seemed like to me. You might got two good parents that are, well-to-do for themselves, and they can be of some, provision. It looks like you got folks, though. So you got folks you got to go hit up and play the fool, too. And I think you've done that before. I'm not sure, Pile 1. It just seems like that was your message very distinctly. And so I hope that resonates. If it didn't, leave it alone. That ain't your message. That's the thing about this art here, is that it's not gospel. It is as if you're talking to a friend and asking for good advice. It's just considering your feelings very deeply. It's just considering your energies very deeply in ways you maybe have not. All right, Pile 1. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so pile number 2, very interesting reading. I got the Four of Pentacles as the signifier card. This is saying to me that you have probably been in a space of really penny pinching and kind of being a miser and holding on to every dime, and maybe saying no to even, opportunity because you have been really counting your coin and trying to establish, a financial footing for yourself, which makes sense as to why you clicked on this reading. So this is our signifier card right here. This is someone, if you can see, who is holding on to their 4 coins with all their might, literally in between their toes, on top of their head and their arms. They are focused on this, and the 4 signify foundation and creating stability. And so that is basically what your focus has been. But I also want you to notice that the face of this person is not someone who's really satisfied. So you're not in a space yet where you're fiscally satisfied. The next card that came out, though, was this 5 of Swords. And so that to me is super interesting. It says to me that somewhere along the way, we have tried everything to get ahead. Like, this grumpy face is because we have been trying and trying and trying. And so at a certain point, we even tried maybe some illicit ways of getting the bag, right? And I'm not even saying like, oh my gosh, you're flat out stealing from, small businesses and things like that. Like, no, but robber barons, you know what I'm saying? The people that founded this country and created the legacies and the economic system that we have today, they were, people who were going for the jugular. They were a part of the underground mob networks. They were, part of the prohibition kind of thing. They were people who broke the rules to get ahead. The oil run, it's just so many things, right? That the founding economic forces and families in our country basically were stealing because they were doing, incorrect things. And so, whatever, illegal things to get money. And so this is just saying to me that you were doing something maybe on the black hand side, as they call it. I don't like that phrase, but you were doing something improper. And so I'm not sure if a little bit of this season that you're going into is like a karmic retribution. What I do see is that you are being called to do some type of a training. Now, this is probably something that's been in your mind anyways. You've been thinking about getting some type of a certification or taking some course. I do see that it is more of a short end course, but for some of you, this might mean literally going back to school and getting a full-blown degree. What I am hearing bigger than all of that is that the effort, the walk through the path, the right footing of it all is what is going to clear the karma from this past mistake, right? From whatever this situation was. And so this is, you know, to the level of your karmic debt, right? And so you may have a 72-hour course you can take on Udemy that you are going to be able to finish and have a certification and getting paid for. And the opportunity is going to come through just like that, right? Or you literally may have to find your local community college, take classes there for 2 years, transfer to the 4-year. Like, it may be just that deep. That is according to the level of your karmic debt, though. But I'm hearing that this is the way we clear it. This is the way we get to the money. This is the way we get to the bag. This is the way we resolve the, you know, anger here that is coming from this karmic debt factor. I also want to say that if there is a quick class that you can take, even if you have a longer walk to go, right? If your road is the 4-year, 12-year degree, totally fine. But if there is a certification that you have been thinking about, something that's been on your brain, then I want you to do that in the meantime, in the interim. That is going to be your quickest route to some coin. You may be able to take a class, get certified in some type of a Art Deco painting model and start selling your artwork on Etsy tomorrow, right? Like, there are gonna be other ways that you can quickly grasp for dollars. And so you're being guided to take a course, to take a class, to start going back to school and study with the Page of Swords here. But I'm also hearing that for a lot of you, it's going to take some time. So temperance will be a part of that factor. There doesn't seem to necessarily be a super quick route right now for this card grouping, but there is a solid route because you are very focused on this. This is still a foundational card. This is still a growth factor card, meaning you are on your way to the structure in the foundation in your finances that you want. You just have a couple of more steps, and it is going to take some patience for you to get there. But the Page of Swords is definitely suggesting some type of a course. If you have some quick things to do those first. But also don't forget the longer walk is a karmic debt releasing factor that is going to open you up to your abundance on a grand scale. I mean, really big. Peace. Okay, this one was super interesting. This one had a very different slant. It's so interesting how all three of these piles are completely different, and depending on what you pick, it's going to be a message that is just specifically for you. And if you're interested, go back and watch the other piles. I tried to keep the videos pretty short in totality so that it's not overwhelming in case other people are nosy like me and want to kind of keep up with other people's readings just to see what really resonates with you and what you can leave behind. But if you selected this pile and you jump straight here, this message is absolutely just for you, and you're going to hear exactly why in a second. The card that came out as your signifier card was this Judgment card, which I thought was pretty interesting because Judgment is quite honestly about kind of like the end of a cycle as well, right? It is literally 10 2 times, and so that is double the end of something. That is not necessarily the end as in like the death rebirth cycle. This is just like, this is over. And so we can kind of look back and take a spiritual inventory of what this just was, as we record this into the Akashic records, and it is permanently a part of our soul story. We are asked and called to look back on every moment, every experience, and see, did we do our best, right? And did we act with the highest integrity? And so this Judgment card coming out right now is really a cool thing because it's a moment and an opportunity for you to kind of change your fate or act in a way that at the end your judgment will be in your favor, right? If the moment had passed, the Judgment card wouldn't be out. We'd be looking at, the 10 of Swords or some other card that is like your fate is sealed. No, the Judgment card is a moment. It's a hinge moment where you can kind of say, okay, wait, do I want to be on the right side of history? And so then that makes it all the more interesting that the Five of Wands came out, because this is signifying to me that maybe you've been kind of in a clashing of the minds. There's been a beef or a drama going on, and I'm not sure if it's in your workplace. I'm not sure if you are a creative and you have been working in a collective, and all of the kind of great minds, as you can see, are coming together and clashing in ways that is actually kind of decentering the art and the growth and the productivity that could be happening. And it's really actually just slowing down everyone's creative process. No one is being productive in this state, right? Everyone is holding up their opinion and hoping that their opinion wins, and this is not getting anywhere. It's literally like, it's like a bondage, kind of a tie, right? It is crisscrossed. It is literally stagnant. So you're being called to apologize. You're being called to kind of let go, to be a little sentimental. Remember who these people are. These are some fiery people that you know, and you must respect. You must have some sort of good feeling behind these people, because you signed up to work with them in the first place. Dig down and find that love and respect and that mutual understanding that you once had for this group of people, this pair of people, or whoever the collective is that you're kind of beefing with, whether these be friends, co-workers, project coordinators, people that you have worked with in the past that have had very good, very positive outcomes. You guys have come over a lot of things in the past. And so for you to even decide to come together in this collective way, it is going to take someone to be the gracious one at times. It's going to take someone to, play the second fiddle at certain times. And so in this moment, the way you're being guided to release funds and to release the productivity in your life is through apology. But you are absolutely this Knight of Pentacles. You are someone who just gets active and money falls out of the sky, right? You are someone whose ideas bring forth so much abundance. And so you're just blocking yourself right now. Just go ahead and, suck it up. Suck it up and say sorry. Suck it up and put that olive branch out there. Be charitable if you have to. If you have to go ahead and volunteer some of your services, wherein that you usually would charge for them. If you can volunteer some of these opportunities, that would even help solidify the deal with these people. And then going forward, the success of the project is only going to be teeming with more opportunity for you and more opportunities for pay. Sometimes we are so short-sighted that we want to get paid every little dime for every little activity, but sometimes giving away is going to bring in more abundance in the longer run. But you are the Knight of Pentacles, and so your energies are not blocked. You're only blocking them. What this moment really is an opportunity for you to turn the judgment around, right? Remember, Saturn is always watching, and that Saturn's return can be a good thing or a bad thing for you guys. Most people feel it very, very strongly around that 28, and then again that 56, I believe it is. And so that's where these midlife crisis kind of things happen. That's where these teenage uproars kind of happen. It's that Saturn's return. And so recording the best experiences, recording the best choices, there we go. The best choices in the book of life, in the Akashic, is how you prevent Saturn from coming down on you. Okay, that is how you have a lighthearted Saturn's return. That is how you keep your karmic debt very, very low. And so this is an opportunity before it is too late for you to kind of turn things around. We can negate the drama, okay? And we know how. We can volunteer. We can send out the olive branch. We can give of ourselves to solidify this opportunity, okay? And I think, honestly, you somehow are the hinge piece that is going to absolve all of the drama. You breaking, quote unquote, bowing down, being this kind of a gracious blessing is going to be a domino effect. And then the opportunity will flow again, and you will be back in your normal flow of cash, because that's what you're used to. You don't even do stuff like this. I know this is all too much, but hey, we're here now. So go ahead and make amends. Peace. All right, bonus oracle pull for everybody. A little bit of spiritual news. Okay. In other news, it's time to stop beating yourself up. There may be a situation in your life where you only blame yourself, and that's not fair. When it comes to this, know that everything will eventually work itself out. I don't know how that applies to everyone, but it genuinely does. That is phenomenal. You guys all had very different readings. Card pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I mean, completely different scenarios. However, this last tie-in, this oracle pull, is exactly on the money for every single one. I love this. I don't know how Spirit does stuff like this. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I hope that this was helpful to some of you. Leave me some comments if any of this resonates. Thanks. Bye-bye.